that beautiful sight. 1998 will mark the 95th anniversary of the first Harley-Davidson motorcycle. And one of the keenest enthusiasts in the entire world is Trev, and he is joined with his pal, Terry Ray, also a Harley nut. Was there how do you do, sir?
How do you do, Vicki?
There was a Mr. Harley and a Mr. Davidson's, wasn't there?
Yes, there was. That's how the company started in 1903.
Right, and why did they decide to build the most beautiful bike in the world? Do you know? Did they have crummy
I don't
ones?
think when they started in 1903 they had any idea that it was going to be the most beautiful bike in the world. It just turned out that way. They started in a backyard in a little house in Milwaukee. The plant is still in the same place, although it's a little bigger now. Mm-hmm. And Harley's been very, very successful.
Why is that? They're so big. I mean, if they fall on you, they'd just break you in two.
Yeah, well, if your car fell on you, you'd break in two, too.
Yeah, but a car has four wheels. You're not supposed to drop it. I know that.
Well, no, you're not supposed to drop it. But as a matter of fact, when you do drop it, if you do, which I've done, you don't get caught underneath it for some reason. The bike leaves you and you land and roll down the road or whatever. But it's not a serious thing. Accident rates are very low in Harleys. They hold the road well. The power band is and the transmission together is just right. This motorcycle will not go 175 miles an hour. The new Harley will go about 100, maybe just a bit more.
That's fast enough, don't you think?
Absolutely, there's no question. And why they allow this crotch rockets, as we call them, to be built.
Call them what? What?
Crotch rockets.
Crotch rockets?
Yeah.
Did you actually say that?
Yeah, and you said it after me.
I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that you said it first, though.
Well, the thing is, they ride like this. They will go 160 miles an hour, and all you need is a license and the money, and 6B16, and you can buy one. And it's not right.
Well, and the other thing, all you need is one small rock, and you're finished. You're catapulted through the
That's right.
stratosphere, aren't you?
And one bit of absent-mindedness, you don't pay attention, you don't drive defensively, you're in trouble.
Okay, do you guys want to take me on a tour of these motorcycles? This one is the oldest, is it?
I'll take you on a tour of Canada if you'll come.
Okay. In about 2 seconds. But I'm a bit nervous about motorcycles.
Yeah, but sitting behind me, you wouldn't be.
Oh, I see. Yes, you're Mr. Safe guy?
Well, here's a guy that started riding when he was 15 years old. I'm 77 now, and I haven't got a mark that shows that I've ridden a motorcycle.
You don't? You don't have any of those sort of rip tears up the side of you from going around on the curve?
I don't have any.
No? And what about you?
And I raced for 15 years.
I have none either.
You have none either?
No.
Now, you know what? You look a bit more like the kind of guy that rides a Harley as opposed to you.
See, if he had one, he wouldn't tell you anyway.
Why? Why? You mean he doesn't have a Harley?
Oh, yeah, but I mean, he doesn't have any scratches or anything.
Oh, I see. Well, you've got them all covered up.
Exactly. Long sleeve shirts, long pants.
This is the leather vest, which is de rigueur for some factions of motorcycle enthusiasts that ride these kind of guys, aren't they?
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, you look the part, son.
Well, leather is very functional. It's easier to buy another set of leather pants than it is to buy skin for your legs.
No kidding. But I've seen a guy who was a Yamaha racer, and, you know, whatever side they go around, that whole side was kind of gone. I mean, I didn't see the whole side.
Who was he?
I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you now. I don't have to tell you everything. You have to tell me things. Tell me about this bike.
Stop talking for a minute, I'll try and tell you something.
Get up there. Get up there. That'll be enough out of you, the sales department. Okay. Go sell something.
This is a 1936 Harley.
Right.
It's my favorite. The reason being is it's the original model of overhead valve Harley engines that basically we have today, only in better design and better engineering. But it really put a damper on the sale of other motorcycles when this came out in 36. It was faster, it was quicker, 4-speed transmission. It's the first motorcycle in those years to have a recirculating oil system. The previous Harleys, you put the oil in the tank and it come out the exhaust pipe.
And you just kept pouring it in?
You just kept pouring it in.
Was I permitted to speak there? I just, just thought to ask.
Well, the way you looked, it was okay. Yeah,
oh, okay.
But anyway, this is why I like the motorcycle. It's got interchangeable wheels, and there's a 97 Harley there, and or 98 or whatever, 98 I guess. And it's basically the same, only much improved.
What's this? I mean, you can't really see this, but there's a kind of horn. Is that a horn?
Yes, that's
it's a horn-like item.
Yeah.
And is this stock, as it were? Is this
absolutely stock? This is a 1936.
Nothing new on it. Nothing reproduced.
Well,
no?
yeah, it's been.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, no, it didn't come out of the box like this. We've had to recondition it and chrome it. If you ever come out to my museum,
yes,
you'll see a lot of beautiful motorcycles like this. 260 of them.
Which you've collected over the years?
Yes.
And have you ridden them all? Is that
no. And we don't ride them now. We drain the oil, take the batteries out, put them on display. Museum is free of charge, and we just love to have people go through there.
Yeah, I bet you get lots of people coming too.
Yes, we do.
So now this bike and that bike, is this the newest bike? I thought that was you just said that was the new bike.
Well, it is, and they both are. This is the smaller motorcycle. This is what Terry would ride.
Right. You just ride a little motorcycle.
I just ride the small one.
Go ahead, Terry.
You talk about this one, Terry.
This is the 1998, and it's the anniversary model in anniversary colors, 95th anniversary, and it's kind of a root beer and champagne color.
Perfect.
And yeah, it's very well thought out. 1,200 cc's. The price is $13,000. Just a mere pittance.
Yeah.
And it is rather a custom model. It has the extended handlebars on here. It has the what they call the hugger shocks on it, which makes it 2 inches lower. And it's more of a customized type motorcycle.
Well, but would you take this on a big trip?
Of course.
You would, eh?
74 cubic inches is as big as we've ever ridden. Right up till they made the 80 cubic inch in 1979.
You know, you're now speaking a foreign language to me. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. But where is the little stuff you store things in? And when I see these people riding around their motorcycles with their wife on the other one, and they have the little speakers, and they have, they wear helmets and everything.
We didn't bring one of those today.
You didn't bring that, but you can fit this kind of stuff on there. You put your entire life in there, can't you? What? You got that in there?
You put everything in your pockets.
I see.
What we have is touring models, which have a tour pack on the back. Leather or plastic saddlebags, and it's amazing how much stuff you can put in there. My wife and I have driven across Canada from the Atlantic to the Pacific a couple of times. We've been down the south. And
together, or do you ride the separate bikes?
No, take one bike.
Really?
But with other people. And the CEO of our company, Don James, rides a lot, and Ruth has her own bike, his wife. And it's amazing what you can take if you leave home. Like I'm going to Milwaukee next year on the 95th ride, and I'm going on a motorcycle that'll just carry the stuff. If you pack the right stuff, you got enough.
And you have to stay in the hotel.
Oh, you stay in a hotel.
Yeah, you're not taking camping gear with you.
You think I'm crazy? Well,
no,
you probably do, but I'm not.
I don't think you're crazy, and I nearly fell over when you moved there. So how is this ride organized? Anyone that owns a Harley can be in it? Exactly. You're going to?
I will probably have to stay back and work at the shop.
Glad to hear that.
What happens, they have, every 5th year they have an anniversary ride. This is the 95th. In 2003, they'll have the 100th.
Of course.
Now, what happens is that they have starting points from all over North America, Vancouver, Smithers, Spokane, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and I've been on these, and you'll never believe it, but 200,000 motorcycles arrive in Milwaukee, Wisconsin within an hour.
Somewhat noisy, I suspect.
Not necessarily, no. Not necessarily.
Well, how can it be otherwise?
Well, first of all, if you're in a group that big, you got to ride slow. Secondly, all motorcycle riders do not change exhaust pipes. And a Harley, when it comes out of the factory, is legal in any country in the world for pollution and noise.
Don't you like to do that, Trev?
Yeah, I do, and I don't have stock pipes, but you're not supposed to ask me that. Everybody's supposed to have stock pipes.
You're running this thing, aren't you?
Well, so anyway, yes, there's going to be at least 200,000 in Milwaukee.
Won't it be amazing, huh?
June the 8th.
Well, I guess there'll be a lot of coverage there, a lot of cameras there and everything.
Yeah, there will be.
Okay, just one shot of this one. I'm just going to move over here because this is something that looks entirely different. This is a racing bike, isn't it?
No, it's a cruising bike. It's somewhat similar to the crotch rockets in a way, but it's not as fast. It's not as fast.
No, but there's not much space on there in which to sit. I mean, you had to be narrow of keister to be sitting on there.
Well, this is a single seat. You can buy them with a double seat.
Right. And what's the point of this? Why did they make this? This is the same company, though, eh?
Well, the engine's the same company. The motorcycle itself is not. It's made by the Buell Motor Company. But Harley has an interest in that company. And they just wanted to try the sport market and see how they fit in. And whether they are successful or not, it doesn't matter. It's going to be they're going to make a push over the next 5 years. They got many more plans as to what to do with this bike, and I think it will fit into the market. There isn't any reason why everybody should be riding an Italian motorcycle or a Japanese motorcycle.
Well, most Japanese motorcycles sound...
Yeah, they're screamers.
They are screamers, no kidding.
And you know what gets the blame?
What?
These guys get the... Harley Davidson gets the blame for every screaming Jap bike goes down the street. Excuse me?
Mr. Geely, what is this? Was this your bike from when you were a child?
Yeah, it was. I used to race with that. No, it's not. That is made in Italy. It is not a Harley Davidson. We've just changed the fairing and the seat and stuff. And Harley's racing motorcycle, which is a VR 1000, is orange on the right side and black on the left side.
Right.
So we've painted this up to look like a Harley.
Very nice. Well, thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Really nice to meet you.